Robert Duvall's career stands as a bridge between classic Hollywood storytelling and modern cinematic realism, proving that one actor's commitment to authenticity can influence the language of film itself. As we reflect on his life, we are reminded that cinema is ultimately about human stories, stories of conflict, redemption, love, and resilience, and few actors portrayed those themes with greater sincerity. His characters were flawed yet relatable, powerful yet vulnerable, reflecting the complexity of real people rather than idealized heroes. This human-centered approach allowed audiences to see themselves within his roles, creating emotional connections that endure long after the credits roll. Today, as fans revisit his films, they do more than watch performances, they experience moments of history preserved through art. Whether commanding helicopters in a war zone, portraying historical leaders, or exploring spiritual struggle as a preacher seeking forgiveness, Duvall brought honesty to every frame he inhabited. His passing marks the end of an era, yet his influence continues through the countless stories he helped tell and the artists he inspired along the way. In honoring his memory, viewers around the world may find themselves doing exactly what his family suggested: gathering with loved ones, sharing stories, and returning to the films that shaped their understanding of cinema. Through those moments, Robert Duvall's presence remains alive, reminding us that storytelling has the power to connect generations, spark reflection, and preserve humanity's shared experiences. His life serves as a powerful reminder that greatness in art does not come from spectacle alone but from truth, patience, and unwavering dedication to craft. As the lights dim and his films begin once more, audiences can still feel the quiet strength and authenticity that defined him, ensuring that Robert Duvall's legacy will continue to inspire storytellers and dreamers for generations to come. His performances were rarely loud or exaggerated; instead, they carried a quiet power that drew audiences closer, inviting viewers to observe rather than simply watch. As news of his passing spread, his representative shared a deeply personal statement from the family, revealing that no formal service would be held. Instead, they encouraged admirers to honor his memory in ways reflecting the life he cherished. Watching a great film, sharing meaningful stories around a table with friends, or taking a peaceful drive through the countryside to appreciate the beauty of the world. This request perfectly captured the spirit of a man who valued simple human experiences as much as artistic achievement. Duvall believed storytelling was not confined to movie screens but existed in everyday conversations, shared laughter, and quiet reflection. His legacy therefore lives not only in awards or box office success but also in the emotional connections his performances created across generations. Young actors continue studying his work to understand restraint and realism, while filmmakers look to his career as proof that authenticity can outlast trends and changing industry standards. Over the years, Hollywood evolved dramatically, moving through technological revolutions and shifting audience expectations, yet Duvall remained constant, guided by character, story, and emotional honesty. His journey reminds us that true artistry is built slowly through dedication, risk, and passion rather than instant recognition. From early supporting roles to leading performances and finally to directing and writing, he demonstrated that creativity is a lifelong pursuit driven by curiosity and discipline. Even audiences discovering his films for the first time today can feel the timeless quality of his performances, evidence that great acting transcends generations and cultural boundaries. His work as a director continued with films such as Assassination Tango and Wild Horses, each revealing his love for character-driven narratives and his willingness to explore themes often overlooked by mainstream Hollywood. These films showcased his curiosity about culture, relationships, and personal identity, proving that his artistic vision extended well beyond acting alone. Unlike many performers who fade with time, Duvall remained active well into the 2010s, proving that talent and dedication have no expiration date. At the age of 84, he earned his final Oscar nomination for his powerful performance in The Judge in 2014, portraying a stubborn and aging judge confronting both legal and personal battles, a role praised for its emotional depth and realism. The performance demonstrated how experience enriched his craft, allowing him to communicate complex emotions with minimal dialogue and subtle expressions. Even in later years, he continued appearing in major films including Jack Reacher and Widows, showing audiences that longevity in cinema comes from adaptability and passion rather than youth alone. Throughout his long career, Duvall also portrayed several historical figures, demonstrating his remarkable ability to embody real personalities with respect and precision. He brought to life Confederate General Robert E. Lee in Gods and Generals, Soviet leader Joseph Stalin in the HBO film Stalin, and Nazi war criminal Adolf Eichmann in The Man Who Captured Eichmann, each role demanding a different psychological approach and showcasing his dedication to research and authenticity. These portrayals highlighted his willingness to explore morally complex characters, emphasizing understanding rather than judgment, a hallmark of his acting philosophy. Beyond the screen, Duvall's personal life reflected both complexity and stability.
Today we remember the remarkable life and extraordinary career of Robert Duvall, one of Hollywood's most respected and enduring actors. a performer whose presence shaped generations of cinema and whose work continues to inspire filmmakers and audiences around the world. Known for his quiet intensity, deep authenticity, and unmatched ability to disappear into his characters, Duvall built a legacy that stretched across decades, genres, and storytelling styles, leaving behind a body of work that stands as a masterclass in acting excellence. From his unforgettable role in the 1979 war epic Apocalypse Now, where he delivered the iconic performance of Lieutenant Colonel Bill Kilgore, to his later years as an acclaimed filmmaker and storyteller, Duvall's journey was defined by artistic courage and dedication to truth in performance. In Apocalypse Now, Duvall's portrayal of a fearless and complex military officer became one of cinema's most quoted performances, capturing both the chaos and absurdity of war with chilling realism and dark humor, proving that even limited screen time could create a lasting cultural impact. Yet Duvall's career extended far beyond a single iconic role. He consistently chose projects that explored human struggle, morality, and redemption, making him one of the most versatile actors of his era. In 1997, he expanded his creative reach by writing, directing, and starring in The Apostle, a deeply personal film about a troubled preacher seeking spiritual redemption, a project that reflected his passion for storytelling rooted in human emotion and faith. The film earned him another Academy Award nomination for acting, demonstrating that even decades into his career, Duvall remained creatively fearless and artistically relevant.
Married 4 times, his final marriage to Argentinian actress and director Luciana Pedraza became an important chapter of companionship and creative partnership, with Pedraza often collaborating with him artistically and supporting his filmmaking endeavors. Friends described their relationship as grounded in mutual respect and shared artistic curiosity, allowing Duvall to remain creatively energized even in later life. Duvall's influence was not limited to entertainment. He also engaged openly with political life, maintaining a history of supporting Republican candidates and participating in public events connected to his beliefs. He attended the inauguration of President George W. Bush, helped raise funds for Mitt Romney's presidential campaign, and narrated a video during the 2008 Republican National Convention, demonstrating his willingness to express personal convictions while maintaining professionalism within the entertainment industry. In recognition of his contributions to American culture and the arts, Duvall received the National Medal of Arts during the Bush administration in 2004, a prestigious honor celebrating his decades-long impact on storytelling and performance. A memorable moment captured him standing in the Oval Office alongside other distinguished recipients, symbolizing the nation's acknowledgement of his artistic achievements and cultural influence. Despite global recognition and countless awards, those who worked with Duvall often described him as humble, focused, and deeply committed to craft rather than celebrity. He avoided unnecessary publicity, preferring meaningful work over constant media attention, which further strengthened his reputation as a serious artist. Colleagues frequently spoke about his preparation, discipline, and ability to elevate scenes through subtle gestures rather than dramatic excess, qualities that made him a favorite among directors and fellow actors alike, deserving his name among the greatest performers ever to grace the screen and reminding us that true artistry never fades but continues living through the stories it leaves behind.